everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Bull City Hangouts 1213. Yes, it's my birthday. I've hit the magical 66. How about that? So anyway, I want to thank people in advance for sending me birthday greetings on my Facebook. And I'm saying in advance, but they've already sent it. So anyway, I think I got like 70 odd happy birthday messages. I just want to thank you so very much. Now, I don't even know if I said what I do. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. And with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham and invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side. Join me on camera to shoot the breeze or even say happy birthday or to promote yourself or whatever. So let me get started with the word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page. Let's see. There's three county programs I need to tell you about if you're having a really tough time financially. Okay. So Durham County just launched three great programs. One of them is the Low Income Homeowners Relief Program. And that's to help people who have been living in their houses in Durham County for at least 10 years. And this helps you with your property tax. Very, very important. So actually, Pam from Purifoy from the county, she says, how does she put it? Times are really hard right now due to COVID. So she's saying, even if you're doubting that you are eligible for these programs, sign up anyway, because you might be surprised. Times are really hard. And besides, for this particular program, your household income has to be less than 80% of a local median income, which is $86,000. So, and priority will be given to those making less than 60% of the median, again, which is $86,000. So she says, even if you're in doubt, go ahead and sign up because you just might be approved. The second of the three programs I'm going to list is the Low Income Household Water Assistance Program. And this is for people who need help keeping their water service from being disconnected because they couldn't keep up with their bills. So if you're already receiving food and nutrition services or temporary assistance for needy families or Work First, you're already eligible. So you've probably heard from the county already. However, if you have not, you can go ahead and sign up for this program. So this is for people, again, like I said, if you're in danger of having your water cut off, or if it's already been cut off, definitely get this help and do it right now. So if you're not in immediate danger, but you know you're going to have a tough time this winter, then you can start applying on January 3rd. So again, if you're in real danger, sign up right away and they'll jump on it right away. And if you can wait until January 3rd, which is just a couple of weeks away, then you can do that as well. Okay, I didn't mention the Low Income Homeowners Relief Program. You have to get in your application by the end of the month, which is Friday, December 31st. Be sure to do that. Don't sleep on this. Okay, the third and last of the programs that I'm listing today is the Low Income Energy Assistance Program. It's federally funded, as all these programs are. So basically, the county will make one-time payment to whatever your heating company is, Duke Energy, whatever. And they can help you with $300, a $400 payment, or a $500 payment. So households with someone age 60 and up, or with a disability who's already receiving help from the county's Division of Aging and Adult Services, you're already eligible. You can sign up right now, sometime this month. Everybody else has to wait until January 3rd at the earliest to apply, and you can apply for this program all the way up to the last day of March. So you have plenty of time. All righty. And definitely don't be ashamed. If you need the help, get the help, because they have the money. And Pam says they hate it when they get all this money from the federal government and then people don't sign up for the programs. I don't know if they have to return the money or what, but they hate that. So sign up. Okay, one more thing. There's lots more on the word page, but I don't like to read the whole thing because I could be here for a half hour. So let me just tell you that the Durham County libraries are all open until 8 o'clock this evening, and that does include Bragtown. All right, let's go to the To Your Health page with the COVID updates. I don't have to mention that, but I do have those. So I'm going to click on the Health Events button. At the top of the Health page is a big blue button, and that has information that will transport you to a page that will tell you about support groups, etc. Let's see. And by the way, if you're watching the show now and you see that link where I say join me on camera, definitely click on the link right after the weather. I'll bring you on. You can promote yourself or, give us some information that we need. Okay, let's see, the 13th. So the Loud, Proud Speech, Communication, and Singing Group for Parkinson's disease will meet this afternoon from 2 until 3. This is a free meet. Kente is here. Yes, let me put his comment on. Boom. Kente, I will bring you on right after the weather. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. All right. Kente is awesome. Okay, let's see. Now, tomorrow, oh, wait, this is happening tonight. The Kids Can program, that's tonight. It's online, and this is for young people ages 4 to 18. Maybe their parent or one of their parents or guardians, whatever, has been diagnosed with cancer. And it's really, really hard for kids to relate to other kids, to talk about this. It's hard to have someone to talk to if you're a young person because your friends, they don't know what you're going through. So this is a great program run by Duke. It's from 6:30 until 7:30. And again, it's for young people ages 4 to 18. You want to talk with other young people whose parents or guardians or grandparents have been diagnosed with cancer. Okay, and then tomorrow morning, let's see, where is it? 10:30 tomorrow, Duke Dementia Morning Care Partner Support Group, also known as the Greystone Group, because they used to meet at Greystone Church. They're online now, meeting tomorrow until at 10:30 until around noon-ish. And this is basically for people who are caring for someone in their home or even a neighbor, loved one with Alzheimer's or dementia. Get some great tips, and also you can share some of the tips that you have developed caring for your loved ones. Okay, let's now go to the senior page, Senior Scope. The Durham Center for Senior Life, you probably know by now that they have reopened. So it's not too soon to get your ticket, your free ticket for the Red and White Holiday Celebration, which is going to be this Friday from 2 until 5 at the center, starring the Tony Cozart Experience. I like how that sounds. And Jules Outreach, they're one of the sponsors. So again, this is free. They're going to have food, dancing, and fun. Perfect combination. And this is, again, going to be on Friday at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Get your ticket now because they're actually restricting it to the first 120 people. Get that ticket. Okay, now if you're able to help seniors in need, they have Angel Tree donations over there by the door. There's some boxes by the door where you can drop off new and unopened items to help senior in need. For example, lotion, maybe gloves, socks, hat, toothbrush, toothpaste, whatever you can spare. If you want to do some shopping in order to, make donations, they would really, really appreciate that. There's a lot of seniors out here living in isolation with no help. Some of them have Meals on Wheels. Some don't. They're just out there, just on their own. All righty, let's see. I just want to mention that on the senior page, scroll down to Durham Parks and Recreation, because now that they're starting to reopen, they have hangouts for what they call people in my age group, mature adults. So that's the 55 and up crowd. So places like, let's see, the Holton Center, Lyon Park, Walltown Park, IR Homes, that's right by me, and Edison Johnson. So they're all reopened. There's certain hours that they're open where seniors can come, hang out, watch movies, have breakfast, talk about books, just basically get out of the house and hang out with others. So there you go. It's all listed on the Senior Scope page of the Durham Skywriter. Ooh, my throat is so dry. Okay, now let's go to the last page that we will visit, the Let's Go calendar of events page and scroll down to 13, which also happens to be my birthday. Did I mention that? Okay. Let's see. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're having a giveaway of free meals as they do every weekday from 3 until 6. If you're in need, just stop by and they will hand you something to eat. You can have it, you can enjoy it on the picnic table right outside, or you can take it home. Legal Aid NC, they have HOME, which stands for Housing on Monday Evening. This is going to be from 4 until 5. This is free, it's online, and basically they talk about different housing issues, new housing that's being built for moderate income regular folks near downtown. Also, they'll be talking about probably evictions, how to deal with that, and also you can find out how they can help you with landlord-tenant problems, etc. Also, they'll probably mention their new hotline that you can call for such things, such matters. And just a heads up, it's listed on the legal page. Okay, also the District 2 PAC, they're meeting at 6 o'clock online. PAC in this case is Partners Against Crime. This is where you find out what's happening in your community. You can share information. You can also find out about city and county programs. Marvis Fun has her Stay Well virtual line dance class from 7 until 8. Learn those steps to those line dances and hopefully ushering in the season for family reunions next year. We'll see. Let's hope for the best. Triangle Orchid Society, they're meeting in person starting at 7:30 at the Hilton Garden Inn. That's the one at South Point. They're going to have a special holiday auction, probably of beautiful orchids, I'm guessing. They say, don't forget your mask. All right, let's see if something's happening tomorrow. Oh, New Visions of Africa restaurant. As they do every Tuesday, they're having a grocery giveaway, and that starts at 12:30. If you're on the bus, it's served by the 5 and the 5K. Try to have a rollaway cart because the box that's full of food is sizable. Okay, let's check the weather. I'm curious to see what Kente is going to say about the weather with him being out there in sunny California. But here is 54 and it's sunny. It's going to be sunny all day. It's going up to 59 degrees. And then tomorrow it's going up to 61. And my sister, who's still in Chicago, says that they're enjoying some nice weather too. Oh, Crystal says happy birthday. Thank you, Crystal. She does the Warrenist. If you're curious about Warren County, even if you're not, you need to check out the Warrenist. And also check out the Warrenist Facebook page because Crystal's out and about. She did the Christmas parade. She does all these grand openings. She is out there, not only in Warrenton, but Norlina and all those other towns that are in Warren County. So definitely check out the new flashy Warrenist website, warrenist.com. Okay. Now, I gave you the weather, right? Oh, I wanted to tell you one more thing before I bring on Kente. I want to tell you about this app. You've got to know about this as people are getting their packages stolen. So there is, and I don't know if Kente knows about this or not. Let me find it first. Okay, so you can go to the USPS mobile app. It's for Androids and iPhones. So you click on it, and they have all these different things that you can do with the app. Like you can hold your mail, like if you're going out of town for Christmas or whatever, you can hold your mail. And also they will tell you how many letters you're going to get today. And as the letters come down the chute, they take pictures of the letters so you can actually see what to expect. Like I'm expecting a birthday card from my sister, so it'll probably show up on the app. Also, they show you how many packages you're going to get. Not Amazon, but delivered by the post office. If you catch them in time, in other words, if you check your app in the morning and you see you're going to get a package today, you can actually click on it and give instructions to the mail carrier as to hiding it under the porch, put it at the side door, drop it off at Mr. Jones next door. So it's a really, really helpful app. You've got to get it, especially if you are sending out packages. or if you're worried about your packages getting compromised, or just to keep up on what's happening with your mail service. Okay, let's bring on Kente. Oh, wait, Crystal says thank you. Absolutely. I'm a big fan of the Warrenist. Okay, now let's see what's happening way out there in California with Kente. Kente, what is new?
Hello, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
How you
Just turned
doing?
66.
Wow. Oh my God. All right. Are you gonna party
Yep.
tonight?
Huh?
Are you gonna party tonight?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get drunk. You know, I don't drink. Actually, my friend Donna, she wants to treat me to, do you have a place called Guasaka out there in California?
Not that I know of, but I'm
It's a I don't know if it's a chain. I know we have one in Durham, and then I know there's one in Raleigh. I thought it was a chain, but it is a Venezuelan restaurant
mm,
with, I don't know. Do you know what arepas are? It's like you take a, I guess like a tortilla, and you make it like a pocket, and then you stuff it with food.
it
Delicious.
sounds good. It sounds like
Yeah.
love.
So my favorite is chicken avocado.
Okay. I like chicken and avocado. So
You're talking about some good eating.
oh wow. Okay. It sounds great.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
A week from today is my birthday. So
Happy birthday in advance. Wonderful. So what are
yeah.
you going to do? Because you're in California. You can do all kinds of stuff.
I don't know, but I was told to don't have anything planned. So we'll find out what.
Mm, I like how that sounds.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was like, well, should I dress? And then they were like, well, I'm not going to tell you till the day before or the night before. I was like, oh wow. I'm like, okay, well, I
Mm.
need to buy something to. And they're like, I'm not telling you. You'll be fine. I was like, okay. So,
Well, be sure to come back and let us know what it was.
or
Because you've got us all really interested now.
maybe it's something I can't tell. No, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll find
Well,
out.
we'll see. I'm trusting it will be a family friendly type deal.
I'm hoping it
But
isn't.
you never know.
I'm hoping it isn't. But no, I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. No, we'll see. But happy birthday to you though. Are you gonna get a cake or something or?
Well, probably not, but that's okay because, actually, I do have a pound cake in the refrigerator. I might put some Cool Whip on it.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, get really wild.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but I mean, I've enjoyed 65 previous birthdays, so it's just another one. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sound like really dark, but I'm making light of being 66, but I'm feeling particularly vulnerable because this is the age that my mom died. My mom died at 66.
Oh wow.
And now I realize just how much she got ripped off.
Mm.
Although I shouldn't complain.
Okay.
Sorry, God.
Well,
But yeah.
you're gonna be here for a long time.
Oh, yeah. But even if I'm not, it's been a good ride.
Oh no, we need you here. So come on now.
I'm not going anywhere.
Who's gonna tell us the weather in Durham?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, who
And
else is doing this?
you said what is it there? You said it was like 60 something.
It's 54. It's going up to 59, and then tomorrow's going to be 61. I can imagine you probably have 75 degrees
Oh, it's 50 right now, and it's gonna
in
rain.
LA.
Yeah, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Yeah.
How is it only 50? I mean, this is weird, right, for you?
Uh, it doesn't normally get pretty cold, but I mean it can. It can.
It's supposed to be nice.
Well, I mean it is like most of the time. Like
Mhm.
this, it's not 100% of the time, but it's 95. So this is
I
one of the
how far?
5%.
I went to LA once back in the 80s, and that was actually before my uncle moved to California. So how far is San Diego? Have you been to San Diego? Because it looks really pretty.
Yeah, many times. I think it's about 6 hours. No, or maybe it's not even that far.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like no, it's about 4 hours, depends on traffic and all that. But no, it's about 4 hours or something like about three. I think no traffic
That's
is about three. I think without traffic it's about 3.5, something like that.
mm.
It depends on traffic though. So it
What
depends
about
on.
San Francisco?
No, that's far. That's probably about 8 or 9 hours or something like that.
8 or 9.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that close.
Okay, I guess when I look at the map,
I live in
no.
southern. I live in Southern California, and that's Northern California. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's so funny because this what happen is people will say like, "Hey, I'm coming to California. We should link up," and I'm like, "Oh, where are you going? Oh, I'll be in San Francisco." I'm like, "Dude, that's
It's like that's like telling me, "Oh, I'm coming to the South. I'll be in Atlanta."
right, right, right,
No,
right."
Atlanta. I'm in North
California is
Carolina.
huge. People don't realize California is
It
huge.
is.
So yeah, so you could still be really far, you know.
Mm.
I mean, but like Texas is huge, and there's other places
I
where
don't think of Texas as being as big as California. I guess because
it's
California.
bigger. It's bigger in landmass. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's huge. When you drive through Texas, that's like a couple of days. Like it takes a while to get through Texas.
Oh, maybe I need to take a second look at my map.
Yeah, no, Texas is huge in land. I think in population we're like way bigger.
Hmm.
But and then a lot of people just moved to Austin, so Austin is getting a lot of people who left California. So, which
Okay.
it's cool. I don't mind that because hopefully the crowding, overcrowding comes down. So, but
Oh well, yeah, yeah. At least they're starting to, at least judging by the YouTube videos I've been watching, they've been making life a little better for some of the homeless people
where
in Los Angeles.
uh,
Oh, they're
I
not.
I mean I guess that's not what I mean. You know,
Oh,
sometimes the municipalities will say stuff like that or show things, but it's the reality
but
is
helping the homeless.
right. It's not as great as I'm sure they've done things to help some people, but overall,
Hmm.
it's still pretty bad. So I guess it
Wow.
depends on the level of help you want to say that they're doing or not doing.
Yeah, I
But
got you.
yeah,
Well, when I come out again to California, if I ever do, I want to
yes,
drive through.
come
I want
visit
to
me.
drive through a tree. My friend Blanche, she took her kids to
Hmm.
Northern California. They drove through a tree that was so big that a
Hmm.
road went through the tree. I
Oh
want to
wow,
do that.
oh wow, okay.
I definitely want to
Yeah,
do
you
that.
gotta come to LA so we can hang out. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe I
actually,
can get you some DJing gigs. I'll be your assistant. I'll carry your crates.
I don't think I can hang with the DJs and because I don't. I'm not a real DJ. I mean, I call myself a DJ. What I really do is provide music for special events, which is what people hire me for. They know what they're getting and they enjoy it. But a, a club DJ would not consider me a real DJ because I don't beat mix and I play the whole song. People get mad around here if you cut into their song.
you're
They say you
you're a
got to play the
DJ.
whole song.
You're a DJ. You're just a DJ of a different order. Like,
Yeah,
uh, I mean, I'm not gonna put you in the club, but there's events that people need, DJing for. So,
yeah,
you know,
I'm a special events. I call myself a special events DJ. I don't really,
mhm.
I don't
I
do
used
all
to be
that.
a DJ years ago when I was right out of around in a high school and right out of high school. So,
I'm not surprised because I know you love music.
love music. I used to with records. So, I had
Nice.
crates of records and yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So I was a full stop shop. Like I used to film. I was a videographer like at 12 years old because my parents got me a camcorder when I was very young, and
Hmm.
'cause, I always wanted to be in the film and stuff. So my parents one of the Christmases when I turned 12, they got
Hmm.
they got me a camcorder, and then
Nice.
and back then I'll be 45 in a week.
All
Uh,
right.
Back then, very few people had camcorders. So if you had one and you knew
Mm.
what you're doing, you could get jobs filming weddings and parties and
Wait a minute, you were doing that as a young teenager?
yeah, yeah. I was yeah, I
Weddings?
was really good. I was really good, and then I was sought after. I've been to so many weddings, it's ridiculous. I've been to so many weddings. Like now, to in order to get me to go to a wedding, you got to be dang near my wedding or or somebody so close. I just been to so many.
Mhm.
So as a videographer, it's like and I've seen everything. I've seen everything
Wow.
at weddings. I've seen things that if there was YouTube, then I probably would've made a lot of money
Oh,
putting.
no, don't tell me you have seen people ditched at the altar. Don't tell
Yes,
me
I've
that.
seen that. I've seen fights. I've seen one of my favorite moments, which is kind of sad, is the when the best man was doing the toast.
Mhm.
He was so drunk that he started talking about how he used to be with the bride because I guess that was his that was his girlfriend first, and
Uh-oh.
he starts
Mm-mm.
bringing up uh like private things that they did.
All the DJ would have to do is to turn off that mic. Come on now.
Well, it didn't happen, but what ended up happening was the groom's father beat him up. It was he was an older guy, and he he beat him up, and then they took they told me to delete that. So and that was when
Well, yeah, I would guess so.
yeah. You know what's crazy though? Like I was young, so I was scared, right? So I did. So now I wouldn't have deleted nothing. I would have just acted like I deleted it, because that stuff is priceless now. But at the time, you
Oh.
don't.
Yeah, you can
So
share it on YouTube and then, you know, leave it out of the official.
yeah,
So
it would.
you probably learned all about editing too as a kid, huh?
Yeah, back then you edited with two VCRs.
Oh
I
my
would take
God.
yeah. So and then they had this device that came out where it was like a double decker VHS. So that made it a little easier. So you could it had two VCR video tape. Dang, I can't even remember VHS sides.
Yeah,
And then and I
I
mean I
never
had
saw
everything.
that.
And then I had credits. I found a way that you could shoot the screen because when you would shoot the screen, it would have this flicker. But I found a
Yeah,
way
yeah.
you could shoot the screen and then it would actually have credits and
I had a device that eliminated the
flicker.
flicker.
Right. And
Mhm.
then I had and I was always reinvesting in myself.
Okay.
So very early on I got the DVD writing technology. So I was always ahead of people because I could offer a DVD of the weddings way before people were.
Whoa.
It would take forever because it was called 2X. So that means it would it would be like so let's say the thing was 2 hours,
Mhm.
it would only be an hour to write it
Okay.
to rent. I mean, it would take a long time to render, but to
It's still
actually
better than 2 hours. Goodness.
right. And then they got better and better. Then it was 4X and then 8X and
Mhm.
16X. So it just kept putting it in, cutting it in half, cutting
So
it in
you
half.
were clever when you were now that you're not clever now, but I mean, but you started out clever.
Yeah, I mean, so I started out where you could hire me to film your weddings or whatever events, and then I also had it where I DJ'd as well,
Okay.
took pictures. Yeah, and then there was, this was so funny. I used to have my video camera all the time with me,
Mhm.
and what I found would happen, I had to stop doing it because I would go to an event and or people would invite me to the event, and
Oh,
then
knowing that you would film it.
right, and they'll be like their workaround. So if I showed up without my camera, they'd be like, "Hey, you didn't bring your camera." And I'm like, and I started realizing, people wanted that. Or I would have this happen. I'd go to an event and I'd be filming just because, and
Mhm.
then the person who's getting paid to be the videographer would
Oh.
notice me, and then they would say, "Hey, what's your number?" And then there were times where I saved the other videographer because they had some kind of glitch where they didn't get like for a wedding they didn't get the because you need to have obviously the vows and all of that. And I
Oh
remember one
yeah.
time this person there was some issue where it didn't come out or something, and I had it.
Oh,
So
nice.
actually he actually paid me for that moment so he could stick it into his footage. I think that was like the only thing he didn't had
That's
missing.
nice.
So I saved his bacon, and
I
then
like that.
I started doing what I started doing was I had to stop bringing my camera because people would take advantage of that. Because they
Mhm.
would always want me, they would always be like, or they would do this. They would see me filming, and then afterwards they'd be like, "Hey man, can I get that footage that you shot?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, sure, when when I can." And
Oh
then they'd be like,
no.
they'd be calling like, "Hey, I need that footage," and then they would be
Like
upset,
they hired you.
right? And then sometimes they'd be upset because I didn't just constantly film because I wasn't getting paid. I would just film things here and there.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, "Why didn't you? Well, you missed this and you missed that." I'm like, "You didn't pay me to do this."
For real.
I just, yeah, So I just started to stop because it got annoying. So
Yeah.
I stopped doing that.
Now my friend Fred always has his camera. Well, he's a videographer in Chicago. And years ago, he said that he was going down the Dan Ryan Expressway, and I guess the traffic coming towards him, there was an accident, and he jumped out of his vehicle and filmed it. It was the vice presidential limousine had an accident.
Oh
He
wow.
was the only person. I mean, nobody was planning it, so he was the only person in the entire world who had the footage. So all the news agents, once he let people know he had it, the news agencies were like, "Oh, can we have the footage?" I think he got some money for it. I think he got some money.
Yeah. One thing too, I have surveillance cameras around my house, and I live off the alley, and every once in a while, something will happen. Someone's purse will get snatched, or there'll
Hmm.
be some kind of incident. And what would happen is the police would always come to my house for the footage.
Oh yeah, they
And
do that now. They look for cameras now.
right.
Hmm.
And it puts you in a weird position because if the person is, an unsavory character, you may not want to be involved in, in
Oh, but they hopefully they don't tell them.
man,
Um,
look, you can never trust them. They may tell them, or it could come out or something like that. So,
man.
uh, sometimes you don't want to always be involved in it. And then there were a time
Mm,
where I actually my camera system broke the
mm,
hard drive, so I had
mm.
it up, but they weren't. They were really for until I got another system, really just a deterrent. So
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
I had something happen where someone's it was a writer for SVU. I don't know which writer. Um, there's like a cafe like next to my house, and
Mm.
because I live close to the end of the block, and they were writing an episode of SVU, and someone just was walking by and snatched their MacBook and ran off through my
Wow.
and so they were trying to find out who did it, and
Wow.
so they saw the cameras up. But remember, my hard drive was broken,
Yeah.
so I so they came to me and they said, "Hey, we need to look at your footage so we can find out, is this person
Mhm.
who this person was." And I had to explain to them that it was broken,
And you
that
don't really want people to know.
right. And they got mad at me. They were like, "Well, why do you have these up if they're not, like they were like grilling me
Excuse
like,
me?
yeah." And I was like the machine and at first I think they didn't believe me that it was really broken, that maybe they thought I was just saying it. And then um and I said, "No, it's really broken." And it's just like, but there's no reason to pull the cameras down because if people think they're operating, and just by
Yeah.
any criminals that are watching, my cameras work now. So don't think that I see you. I see
If
you now.
anybody who happens to be in Los
Right.
Angeles
Right.
that
They'd
you
be like,
watching the
wait a
show
minute.
about
Oh, these
Durham, North
cameras don't
Carolina.
work. I'm about to rob him tonight. No, I got my cameras working very good. And I have 8 cameras. So like, so I ain't
You
playing.
really have more than one camera?
Yeah, I got a surveillance system. And I got the ring. I got that and the ring. I ain't playing, man.
And a dog.
I well, I don't have a dog. I have a sign though. I shouldn't say this. I have a sign that says there's a dog on the premises, but I don't have a dog. And
Mhm.
I have a gate that surrounds my house. And yeah, I got
Another
kind
deterrent they say is put a big doggy bowl by your door, so they'll think, "Ooh, he got a big dog."
I should do that, but and have like these recordings of barking. So it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
it just be like, and then people just hear arf, arf. Yeah, well, not arf arf, but
not
more
arf
like
arf. You mean woof woof?
woof. Yeah, I don't know why I said arf arf, but yeah, but yeah. So, but yeah, they were like really mad. They were like, well, why do you have this? And you should get it fixed. And others, I'm like, give me the money, you know.
For
So,
real?
but I do have it. Everything's operational now. So
Wow. I
yeah.
guess growing up in LA, I suppose you probably saw a lot of people making TV shows, right?
Oh yeah. Actually, where I stay at now, there's a, dance studio across the way, and they always use it to film. So they're always filming something, and they take up the streets and all of that stuff. So
What's so special about it?
it's been around a long time, but it's
Mm.
annoying. I don't like those people because they have that cafe. I honestly, I tell people like my friends, if you go to that cafe, we're not friends anymore because I hate those people.
Wow.
Because yeah, they take up the parking. They're rude. I don't like, sometimes they'll move your can. The customers will move your trash cans, and then your trash doesn't get picked up.
Rude.
Just so they can park in front of your house. And
Mm-mm.
and I told them, I told the owner in there, I said, if you don't do something about this, somebody's getting hurt because that's messed up, you know. And
Wow.
you're not, and they're not supposed to take up the parking though. But it was funny.
Right.
I was doing an interview for a news outlet, and we're having this great conversation on the phone with the reporter, and I caught somebody trying to move my cans because I was sitting on my porch,
Uh,
and I have a fence around my house, so they can't always
mhm,
see me. So I guess he thought he was okay. So I never can catch those people because I'm usually not at home when they do it.
mhm. And you caught
So
it.
yeah, so I stopped in the middle of the interview. I'm like, hey, I'm cursing the guy out, and and the guy got scared and left. And then I realized that this reporter is probably thinking I'm crazy
Yeah.
because I just started cursing
I'm
this guy,
surprised he was still on the phone.
right? Because I was so angry I was like so excited because I
He
finally
flipped.
hit somebody. And then I said, so then I tried to explain to her what the situation was, and it was,
Mhm,
because they were moving my trash cans. And I'm sure she was probably thinking, why are you cursing someone out for moving your trash can? They have to understand that it's a constant thing. And,
mhm,
you know, and
mm,
they will
mm,
lift
mm.
up your heavy trash can so they can park. And then, the trash man is not going to pick up your trash. So that
And then
means,
they don't put it. They don't put it back, huh?
yeah, no, they don't do it. And then a week goes by and your trash mounts, and it's terrible. So so it may not seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal, you know.
Well, actually, look up to see if there's an ordinance against it, because we have ordinances in Durham about how far. Um, I don't know the exact ordinance, but I mean, but you do have to move your garbage can immediately, not let it sit. And there's a certain, you can't have it like a certain number of feet, because
Mhm.
they have to be able to reach it.
Right. Well, see though, my thing
So
is, well, I mean, I put them where they're supposed to go. It's when other people move them.
that's what I'm saying. There might be an ordinance against people moving your stuff, because you have to have it in a certain, at least in Durham, you have to have it in a certain spot for them to see it and to pick it up.
Right.
So if somebody's messing with my garbage can, I could probably call Durham One Call and report them, and they'd probably get some kind of trouble or something. I bet I could. So look to see what LA has about. Of course, LA is such a huge city. They might say, "Oh shoot, you can handle that yourself," but you can at least look into it.
They don't want me handling it myself because somebody's
Uh
gonna get beat.
oh.
I might end up beating up somebody over a trash can. So it'd probably be better for them to do it. But yeah, it's
But
really
you did. But you did grow up seeing a lot of TV production.
all the time. Yeah,
Mm,
I grew
mm.
up uh, watching TV productions, and it's very common in LA. It's so funny because you hear other people when they find out that, oh, Hollywood's coming to shoot something in our town, it's such a big deal, and
It
it's
is
like,
here. It
yeah,
definitely
here
is here.
it's definitely not because they're always filming something. Like there's
Hmm.
a show on NBC right now called La Brea, and it's this
That's a street.
right, and
A&M Records is on North La Brea Avenue. At least they were.
oh, okay. Well, this is
I've never
funny
seen that on the album covers.
because the show La Brea is not ever on La Brea, but
Oh,
but it may be because the La Brea Tar Pits is featured in it. So
yeah.
La Brea Tar
Okay.
Pits, yeah, it's by the Los Angeles County Art Museum on Wilshire Boulevard, which is around the is it's like 5 minutes away from me, and
Okay.
like it's I go by there all the time. So in this story, that area of the street is sinkholes happened, and people fell into it.
Ooh.
And they were transported to a prehistoric time, and it's so funny because every time I
Sounds like
see it,
Man of the Lost.
something like that, and it's
Hmm.
so funny because for us, when we were watching the premiere episode,
Hmm.
it's like it's right around the corner basically. So it's just kind of funny to see it. And then the Peterson automotive building is prominently featured in it, and that building is famous because that's where Notorious B.I.G., the rapper Biggie
Yeah.
Smalls, that's where he was murdered at. Um,
Oh.
yeah. And but it didn't look like that when he was murdered. They actually changed the aesthetic of the building. Um,
Mm.
uh, so it doesn't match where he was murdered. But
That's good. That's good. Growing up in Chicago, I did see some TV production, not an awful lot.
good times, not
Um, yeah. Uh, yeah, that's supposed to be at Cabrini Green
right, right.
housing project, which I think is gone now. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
it was
I
demolished.
think.
Yeah, it's funny. There's that horror movie Candyman, which is featured in Cabrini Green is where the Candyman is
Oh,
reside, and
I didn't know.
they
Okay.
just made like a reboot or something like that, and
Mhm.
they are showing Cabrini Greens now. Cabrini Green. I keep saying Greens. Cabrini
Yeah.
Green
Mhm.
now. So I actually went there once years
Mhm.
ago.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
much more. It was much more frightening than the Candyman. So
Oh, I don't know about that,
yeah,
but yeah. And what amazed me is that it's on the Gold Coast where the rich people live.
right, right.
'Cause
They
it
show
was
that.
originally, uh, judging by the name Cabrini, it was originally for Italian low income people.
Right.
And then as they started moving up and black people moved in, and and all my life they've been trying to depict it as the most unsavory place in the world because such it's on such expensive, valuable real estate being on the Gold Coast. So I think they finally got their way and
Oh
tore it
yeah,
down.
yeah. They did. I mean, there was an advantage by making it that way so that they could
Mm.
reclaim that. And now it's that area. If you live there now, you're like, you're making a lot of money. So,
Oh, oh yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you though, and everybody laughs at me. The place you want to buy into is Gary, Indiana,
My dad's hometown. Why?
because I'm telling
That's a
everybody,
very blue collar city.
yeah, at some point that real estate's gonna be worth a lot because look where it's proximity to,
The
and
steel mills? Well,
yeah,
Lake
no,
Michigan?
no, I mean like Chicago, right? So
Oh,
it's not.
Chicago. Oh,
Yeah, so
oh,
what'll happen is Chicago, you'll get so priced out of Chicago, you're gonna need to, much like some people live in Connecticut, but they work in New
well,
York.
actually, there is a community of well off black folks in Gary. They lay real low
Hmm.
because they don't want everybody to know they're there, but they're real comfortable. They're really doing quite well. But Gary's general outlook is that of a broken down, blue collar, failed city with a high murder rate. But just like anything, I mean, you hear the stereotype and then you go there and it's like, oh, there's stuff that they're not discussing, like the well-off people and the nice swimming
Yeah.
pools and all that stuff. You
Well,
know,
well, I'm telling you, it's gonna be at some point. It's gonna be the
you're
place.
probably right.
So I'm looking to buy some real estate there. So you
Okay.
know, like you gotta kind of see the future before, you know. And people like laughed at me, Gary. And I'm like, Gary. So
I think you have to be kind of careful when you're trying to forecast what's going to happen because there, for example, there are certain communities in Chicago that people invested in, not realizing in the 90s when they were trying to tear down get rid of Section 8 and tear down the projects and stuff. Certain community like Hyde Park, which is the University of Chicago neighborhood. It's not high income. There are some high income people, but it's got a higher median income, but it's also got the most Section 8 housing of any, at least when I was in Chicago.
mhm.
So they
Ain't that where
target
That's
certain,
where Obama lives, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I actually
So
I went by
so there's
there.
certain neighborhoods that you might want to invest in, but you might not realize that's where they're going to put maybe a bunch of people that will lower the area's value. But then you never know, it might become an exclusive. Like my great aunt in Los Angeles lives in this fancy, I don't know where it's in LA. I considered it fancy because their doorknob was in the middle of the door, like in Family Affair. I figured if your doorknob is in the middle of your door, you got it going on.
Oh,
So
okay.
they had a centrally located doorknob. One thing I hated about their community, even though it was a rich area, there was only one way in and one way out.
Hmm.
It was like, what do you call it? Cul-de-sac? Not cul-de-sac. It was like a humongous cul-de-sac because all the streets were centered around this one street that went around.
Hmm.
That's dangerous to me. If I can't get out of my community and I'm stuck, that sounds dangerous to me. Maybe that doesn't happen to rich people. I don't know.
Well, okay.
Or
If it,
maybe well, Los Angeles never get forest fires. There's no forest in LA. So I guess you're in no danger of LA
no,
catching fire. So
no. If it is, it's because the aliens have come.
mm, the zombie apocalypse.
Right, right. Other than that, because there's fires, but the way I always wonder, why do people will call me like, "Are you okay? I heard that LA's on fire." I'm like, it's so far away from me.
We
And
don't
then
know any better.
what I realized was when I was in Chicago and I saw the news, and then I understood why people felt that way because the way that they kind of report it is as if like downtown LA is on fire or something like that. It's like, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh no, that's why people feel that way because
Mm-hmm.
people will call like, "Are you okay? I heard the fires." I'm like, I live in the city. There's buildings around. It's not, no, I'm good. But thank you though. Like I appreciate it. They
Mm-hmm.
worried, but or they'll say like, "Oh, I heard there was something in California." I'm like, California's huge, dude. Like,
It's in the Western Hemisphere.
right. So it's like, you know, but like a lot of states, if it's on one end of the state versus the other, I mean, you may not feel it. So it's, but definitely California, it's huge. So. But
Well,
yeah, I can't wait to go back to Chicago though. I'm probably gonna go to Chicago maybe in January. So when it's
cool.
really warm.
You mean cold? Meaning cold, of course. Of course, the coldest month is February. That's the roughest month. If you can survive February, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I've been there when it's been freezing. I was there. I actually left Chicago the day that Jussie Smollett did his thing.
Oh
So
yeah.
so that's how I knew he was lying because I had left and it was like minus 16 or something like that. I was
You're
like,
not going to be
nobody,
strolling around. Yeah.
yeah, nobody was going out to
There's
get
no
a
crimes and sub-zero
right,
temperatures.
right. So I knew that was bogus. That was the day I left Chicago. I had spent a month there. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, my sister lives there. So
Yeah, I'll be going to Chicago this coming spring. I have two new great nephews, and I'm
Mm.
either going for their birthday in April or their baptism, which is going to be somewhere in that area in spring. So I hope I'm there for their birthday though. So
If
so we'll see.
I somehow I'm in Chicago at the same time, we got to go
Yeah,
to
come on.
my
It's a
place,
barbecue.
Lou Malinati's. Have you been there?
It's famous Luminati's. Yeah, I it's. I mean, I've heard of it.
Oh, you haven't had it? It's the best.
No,
Do you like pizza? I don't know. Like, if you haven't had Lou
well,
Malinati's and you're from Chicago, that's the best
well.
pizza in Chicago.
I grew up with Reggio's Pizza, which is a you can tell by the name Reggio, Shaft,
Uh,
it's a black company. Um,
hmm
and then Chicago is known for its pizzas, but I haven't been there for so long. Was it Eduardo's uh, Pizzeria Duo? See how long it's been? I forgot what it's called. There's another one. I've I've forgotten all the names.
Okay, so Lou
Uh,
Malinati's great pizza. It's amazing deep dish pizza. Every time I go to Chicago, even though like I've been on this health kick and all that, so I haven't
oh,
been to
you
Chicago. I lost quite a bit of weight. Uh,
okay?
um, and but when I go to Chicago, I'm definitely going to Lou Malinati's. But then they also have a place called Batters and Berries, and it's
Never heard of that.
yeah, it's great. It's known for its French toast is their main thing that they're known for.
How
Um,
can you be known for French toast?
that's what
French
it.
toast?
Yeah, it's known. That's their main thing. But they have a big menu. Let me see if I can tell you. I'll tell you
I
where it
guess
is.
you can gain fame in just about any area nowadays.
Oh, it's definitely good. It's on Lincoln Avenue, uh,
Okay,
in
that's way north.
Chicago.
Well,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a
you're on the
trip,
south sider.
but it's really good. Yeah, my sister lives on the south side. She lives in Washington Heights by
Okay,
Euclid, across the street. Well, I shouldn't say this. I was about to say, but but she lives in Washington Heights, so which is on the
okay.
south side.
Now, for some reason, that doesn't sound familiar to me.
It's close to Trinity Church. Where
Oh,
Jeremiah.
that's way south.
Yeah, and
Okay. Oh, wait, if I'm thinking the right church, like 100 and something.
I don't know, by Euclid Park. So it's right
That
by the
sounds
park.
far.
Yeah. So
It sounds far. Okay. Because my neighborhoods are Chatham, Hyde
mhm.
Park, and Woodlawn.
Oh, okay, I've
And
been to all those places.
yeah, Chatham is far south, and Woodlawn and Hyde Park are more like mid south. Not too
Yeah.
far from the lake. And that's
Yeah.
one thing I miss. I miss my water.
hmm
In Chicago, everything is kind of you grow up with you feel where Lake Michigan is. It's east. It anchors you to everything. You know where you are. But here in Durham, we do have a couple of lakes, man-made lakes, but they don't encompass like the whole side of the city like Lake Michigan does with Chicago. So I always feel like I'm floating. I don't feel like I'm anchored to anything. It's
Mm.
a weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling. And I
Interesting.
guess in LA, you're not close to the ocean at all, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, Pacific Ocean. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, somehow I thought it was not close to the ocean.
L.A.
What is this? This is the biggest link I've ever seen. What is
I
this?
know. I know that it doesn't shorten it. It is. Hold on a second.
I'm not even gonna put. I'm gonna, as a joke, I'm gonna put this on the screen.
There we go. That hilarious.
Whoa!
This is the one.
So it is the batter and berries.
Batter and berry. I always say batters and berry.
Batter and
You know
berries.
how as black folks we always add extra s's.
But you know what?
So
That that wasn't there when I left. I've been here for 20 years now, so
mhm.
that's for me. That sounds like a new place.
I don't know how new it is. I just know it's really good. So,
I'm gonna ask my sister and I'm
and
gonna ask my family
and
if they
it's
know
like
about that.
it's usually like really crowded in there.
I'm gonna write that down too, so I can remember to ask Cookie.
Yeah,
Batter and berries.
great.
Okay, so you said French toast, but do they also have pancakes? I'm real partial to pancakes.
I don't know. I know they have waffles.
I
You know,
can't believe you can get famous off of French toast.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's amazing. Like I'd be shocked if you didn't find something that you wouldn't like there.
Well, if they have maple flavored anything, I'm sure I'd be really happy. And I
Oh
know they have to have maple flavor. They might as well just not even be in business.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It's funny though, and then also there's something that they have Garrett's. You know Garrett's.
man, that's my popcorn place.
Yeah, Garrett's.
I go to the one on 87th Street.
Oh, okay, all right.
Now I
I,
remember when they first started, when I
mhm,
was still working downtown,
mhm,
Garrett's, they only got their spot. Now it was very strange and wild for there to be a black owned business downtown. The rent is so astronomically high. I could name the half dozen black owned businesses when I was working downtown back in the day. And when Garrett's got their spot in the DePaul University building on Jackson, that was amazing. And I read the only reason they got that spot was because Mr. I guess the person, the Garrett person, he was a good Catholic,
mm,
and DePaul University is a Catholic university, and that's how they allowed him to have his spot because he was a good Catholic.
yeah.
But they
And
have really grown because they're in all the airports, the big airports, and
for those who don't know, Garrett's they sell popcorn, and
yes,
the popcorn that they're probably most famous for is the cheese and caramel popcorn,
I like
which
straight caramel.
yeah,
Give me my straight caramel.
yeah.
Now,
I like.
where do they have it in LA? The airport or what? Do they actually have a shop in Los Angeles?
No, I gotta have my family bring it to me when they come.
Your
Yeah.
heart.
Now they have another one that's not as good as Garrett's, but it's pretty good. It's called Nuts on Clark, and
Is this in Chicago?
yeah, and so I have
Yeah.
somebody that's coming to L.A. from Chicago. I
Mhm.
mean, well, they have a layover. I'm sorry, they have a layover in
Mhm.
Chicago, and unfortunately, in Midway, they only have a Nuts on Clark. They don't have a Garrett's.
Oh.
So I'm telling them, well, I'll take that. like, give me
Tell them
Nuts,
next time fly into the other air what's the other one called?
O'Hare.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Midway and O'Hare. Right, O'Hare.
yeah, but Southwest is not in O'Hare. It's only
Okay.
Midway.
Wait, there's no Garrett's at Midway Airport?
Not in that Southwest terminal.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
hoping. I was like, because I was hoping that it would be, but no, it's not.
Okay. Because now in Chicago, there's at least a few shops. There's one, like I said, on the first one on Jackson. There's one on Michigan Avenue somewhere near Wacker Drive or something. And I went to Garrett's. It was inside Navy Pier. I was shocked, very pleased. And I think there's another one, 87th Street, near my folks' house. And I thought there was another one. Well, anyway, there's a few. And they're in, somebody told me they're in Dubai Airport.
Oh wow,
And they're in certain airports. I think they're in England.
we need them here for sure. That'd be great.
I don't think we have one at RDU. I don't think. I don't even know. I don't think so. I need
Yeah.
to check. That's some shit. That's the best popcorn anyone has ever had. Of course, you can mail order it. They'll mail it. They'll mail you some.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's a arm and leg and something else.
It'd be worth it because I mean, how often do you have Garrett's popcorn, right?
It's probably good I don't have it as often as I would like it. So I have
Same here.
yeah,
Same here.
and then there's a Harold's Chicken as well. Uh,
Oh yeah.
and they actually have a Harold's here now. So
Is that
yeah,
possible? What?
yeah, right. And I mean, I think it's really good. I think it's as good as back in Chicago. Of course,
Okay.
you know, my Chicago people said it's a little off. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, well,
I I
we'll
think
see.
it tastes fine to me. It tastes the same to me. So
Mhm.
it's probably I think it's a lot more expensive here though.
Oh yeah, it
So
was L.A.
right. So, but yeah, you know, Harold's Chicken. Basically, when I go to Chicago, I plan to gain some weight. So
Or yeah, just fast. No, actually, fasting will probably make you hungrier.
yeah,
Probably, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
There's a lot
just
of places I love.
everything in moderation. Just don't binge eat, and you'll be just fine. Little pizza here, little popcorn there. You'll be just fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I've been watching videos about Las Vegas
Hmm.
because the National Association of Black Journalists, they announce and it way in advance where their conferences are going to be. So the next conference in 2022 is going to be in Las Vegas. And I'm not interested because I don't consider, I guess because of the way I see Las Vegas on TV, it doesn't look like a real city. And so I've been trying to convince myself that it's worth visiting. And I've
Yes,
been I've been watching lots and lots of videos. I'm not convinced. It doesn't look like a real city to me.
it is. Las Vegas is amazing. I love Las Vegas. I spent a lot of time
Well,
in
tell
Las
me
Vegas.
why you like it because I don't see anything. All I see is casinos, and they say when you go around the corner, you get murdered.
Who said that?
The
I
people
mean,
in the video.
okay. I spent a lot of time there. My
But
I
tell me what you like about it. Now, mind you, I don't drink and I don't gamble, and you know,
well, in that
I'm real
case,
simple.
maybe it
I'm real.
isn't. Maybe it isn't for you.
Yeah,
But no, I
because
mean, I do gamble when I go to Vegas, and um I mean I'm not a big drinker, but you know I
there's nothing wrong with drinking. I just don't like the taste. I
I
just never
socially
developed a taste.
I socially drink. You know,
Hmm.
uh, when COVID first started happening, I think I was hitting the bottom. So
Wow, wow. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah, I know I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
Oh, oh.
I used to do this. I used to do this bit on my podcast. COVID's led me to driving me to drink, where
Wow.
so I would have like a bottle of Hennessy or something and Coke,
Mm. Well, a
and
lot of people have gained weight too because they're at home eating.
I'm the only one that's lost weight during COVID. So
I've
people,
lost a little weight too,
yeah.
and I'm learning how to cook, and I'm eating much better.
Oh, you don't know how to
Well, I mean, I grew up like more like how you heat things up.
cook?
You know what I mean? But I'm learning how to actually get a recipe and make things from scratch, real food.
You know, I used to have a catering business. Like I'm an expert in the kitchen.
Shut up!
Hmm. Yeah, I just
Wow.
yeah, I'm very good. I
Watch
actually.
this guy, Joshua Weissman,
Hmm.
two S's. He he goes to fast food places,
Hmm.
like he'll go to In-N-Out Burger or whatever, Popeyes, and he'll order an item, take it home, and reverse engineer it, and then make it better. He's
Okay.
really fun to watch.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm very good. But most of the men, a lot of men out here are experts in the kitchen because the women out here don't cook.
Okay.
So that's why,
Wow.
like, I always tell women from the South, if you want to get a man, just come out to LA,
All
and
right now,
especially if you
on
can,
my way.
if you can cook though, because
Oh, so
we'll
the
like,
man can cook.
yeah, but we want women that can cook,
Oh,
you
you want to
know,
share the duties, of course, of course.
or
Equal share.
have her do it. It's fine. So,
Okay.
but no, but
You had a
yeah,
catering service, man.
yeah. I used to have food booths in festivals and events and stuff. Yeah.
What's your specialty?
Mm,
Don't tell me French toast.
no. I'm not even a big French toast fan. That's the funniest thing.
I don't like French toast.
Yeah,
But
I know.
what's your specialty though when you
That,
were?
you know what's so funny? Wait, just as a side note, uh, I love that place, Batters and Berries, but I'm not really eat French toast.
Yeah,
So
my brother loved French toast, but I
it's
never.
the other food there. That's what I like about it.
Okay.
So, but they're known. It's just what they're known for is their French.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's like their featured item. But anyway, I would say I'm great at Mexican food, um,
Okay.
soul food, of course. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm a great barbecuer. Uh,
Oh, that's all you had to say to me.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm awesome there. I can make Italian food. I don't do any really Asian food besides like fried rice.
Hmm.
Uh, but I was thinking about trying to do orange chicken or
Yeah.
broccoli beef or Mongolian beef or something like that. I made chow mein like what was it last year, year before, and it came
Okay.
out so good. It was like, man, it's really not hard.
Okay.
I mean, if you have a recipe, it's pretty easy to do anything.
Yeah, I don't have a gift. Like my niece has like like a natural gift
Hmm.
for it, and for me, I have to measure things. And oh, I'll tell you one joyous occasion,
I
Kente.
do I do that too. I measure.
But check this out though.
Hmm.
So I was a freshman in college. I went to Talladega College in rural Alabama, where my family's actually from. So I
Mm.
was visiting my step great grandmother.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
then my grandmother flew down from Chicago. She's originally from Talladega. She decided to visit.
Hmm.
Man, I sat there in awe watching these two Talladegan women cooking like they should have been playing that music, like that Harlem Globetrotter music, because they were like
See,
going
George.
behind they're going behind their back and they were throwing stuff around. They weren't measuring and they were just like doing all
Right.
this magical stuff. And I was like, wow. And they were like doing it up and they were trying to impress. They're obviously trying to impress. I don't know if they're trying to impress me or each other, but boy, they should have been playing that Harlem Globetrotter music
See,
because
Georgia Brown.
yeah, that was amazing to watch. Yeah, I don't cook like that. I have to like level things off and measure things and you know um
I don't cook
follow
like that.
direction step by step.
I'm not Tom Cruise in what's that movie Cocktail? I'm not
Who?
Tom Cruise had this movie called Cocktail where he played like a bartender where they're throwing things up in the air and catching
Mhm.
it. And
Oh no. Mm-mm.
so, but no, I'm not that. I don't do stuff like that, but I'm pretty. I did Thanksgiving. I had a big Thanksgiving feast here at my home. So, uh,
Okay.
so yeah. And
Nice.
I did a lot of the food. Uh,
Hmm.
so I used to do a brunch every year. At, um, chicken and waffles was the main thing, and I mean
Okay.
I did it for like 20 years or something crazy. And
You
then
mean like a paid event or just for friends and family?
no, it was for a Christmas brunch for friends and family. And it
Nice.
was like it was to the even people to this day is like, are you gonna do the brunch this year? Come,
When's the last time you did it?
was it not last year? Maybe it was the year. Was it the year before? It might have been the
You
year
know,
before.
it's COVID. They probably want you you know, to do something this year.
Well, I did Thanksgiving, so uh, I
Okay.
decided to do Thanksgiving instead.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. That's fair. That's only fair.
yeah, so
What's your secret for the best dressing? I mean, turkey dressing. Like Thanksgiving
you
dressing.
know what's funny about that? I don't. I normally never. I don't think I've ever made it. I don't. I've never made the dressing. It's always someone
To
else.
me,
Like
that is the centerpiece of a
right.
holiday meal.
My mother makes it. So
Oh,
my
okay.
mother made it.
Hmm.
So that's interesting though. I have never done the dressing. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
sure I could, but all I got to do is. But no, my mother is so great at it. So
Hmm.
um, No, so no dress. I didn't do the dressing. My mother did this
Well,
year.
tell her to write it down.
Yeah. Now, like macaroni and cheese. Let's see, what did we have? We had three meats. We had a turkey, of course,
Mm.
ham, and I did a ribeye roast. This thing was
Oh my
huge.
God, y'all fancy.
I did it on the barbecue pit. This thing came out
Man.
so good. I don't know why I didn't take. Maybe somebody took photos.
Should
So
Instagram that rascal.
spiral ham, uh, and like I said, the turkey. We had dressing, gravy. We had, of course, cranberry sauce, which I hate cranberry
My
sauce.
sister likes that. I don't like that.
Macaroni and cheese. We had salad, green collard greens,
Mm, mm,
and
mm,
we had green beans with red potatoes in it.
mm.
And we also had
So did you have the Hawaiian rolls or the regular
we did
bun
Hawaiian rolls. We did Hawaiian
Hawaiian? Yeah.
rolls. I had a bunch of
Okay.
Hawaiian rolls. Um, I know
Why
I'm
am I
leaving
not
something
surprised?
else. Uh, we
And to
had
drink, sweet tea.
for drink we had soda, canned sodas. We had water. We had eggnog. We had I had I still have like a lot of catering stuff. So
Mm.
I have like the giant coffee thing, the
Yeah.
I had my coffee thing. I had where you can get tea, hot chocolate as well. Uh,
So what airlines flies from RDU to LAX? Let's see.
mhm.
I'll have to figure that out.
Oh, are you trying to come get some meat?
I want me some of that.
Yeah, it was really
Real.
nice. And I had a tent. I had a huge 20 by 10 tent because we did it outside. I have outdoor heaters.
And your
Uh,
neighbors are probably like, dang, we should have been on better terms with this man.
it should have, right? You're right. Yeah. I invited some of my neighbors came.
Mm.
We had this special lights that set up that I did. Um, we had it was so nice. It was very nice. Everybody had a great time. And you know, um, and we had what do we have for dessert? We had sweet
I need
potato
dessert.
sweet potato pie. Uh,
Oh, we need that.
yeah. We had mashed potatoes as well.
Mm.
Um, I
You know, I
was
had, my stomach is, I hope you can't hear my stomach growl.
yeah, I was gonna do a peach cobbler, but I didn't
Mm.
end up doing it. So I did it like a week later.
I want to learn how to make that. I really like peach cobbler. I used to get it from Chicken Hut all the time. And my cousin Julie used to make the best peach cobblers, but she doesn't anymore. She's 97, so
I'm
she's retired.
I'm
So.
very good at it to the point where let's say me and you were hanging out and we run into certain people, like that's the first thing they mention is, "Oh, are you gonna make a peach cobbler?" like
Man,
I yeah,
is it hard to make?
no, it's easy. There's a couple ways I do it. There's there's with crust, you know,
Gotta have
and
good crust.
and there's another way I do it where I take pound cake mix and make a crust, and
Oh,
yeah, and it's really good. It's very good.
okay, I'm gonna ask a real stupid question.
Hmm.
Nobody's listening, I hope. Okay. So when you make peach cobbler, is it fresh or canned peaches? I'm so embarrassed.
Oh no, most of the time it's canned peaches because
Oh,
it's hard to find peaches, in certain seasons. So,
okay.
but I mean,
Such a stupid question.
I've done it both ways, but mainly though, most of the time it's canned peaches because that's what's usually available to you, and
Oh,
it's easier to do it, but it's good either way. So I mean,
okay.
obviously you would love to cut up peaches and do all that, but it's a lot of extra work. But it's
Mm,
really simple though. What I do is I take the peaches and drain the juice out, the sliced peaches, and then
mm-hmm.
I dice up the peaches in
Mm-hmm.
a large glass bowl, within the bowl. Just get them nice and bite size, and
Mm-hmm.
then what I'll do is I'll start adding the seasons like season like you add cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger.
Mm-hmm.
You add some vanilla. You
Mm-hmm.
add no, I'm leaving something out. Oh, sugar and
Oh.
sugar and brown sugar,
Mm-hmm.
and you stir it really good. Now if you're doing it in a crust, you have to
Gotta
bake the
have a good crust.
you gotta bake. Well, I mean, it is all. It's going to be a crust. It just depends on if it's going to be your regular pie crust or you're going to do it with the pound cake mix. Um, so, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. I actually learned that from my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law. Shout out to my sister-in-law Rhonda. She's the one that taught me the pound cake mix one uh,
Okay.
years ago, and people love it just as much.
Huh.
Yeah. So actually, sometimes people like the pound cake mix even more than the pie crust. So.
Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get really bold and adventurous, and I think I will try because the way you described it
Mhm.
sounds like something I can handle.
Yeah, and then you just like so if you're gonna get a 9 by 12 like glass pan or something like that, you
I think mine is mine's like that. Yeah, it's flat, like
yeah
a
you
rectangle.
yeah you
Mm.
apply the crust to the bottom. You bake the crust and then you pour the mix into the crust, and then you
Hmm.
add the top layer of crust and you poke holes in it. I take you could do it with a little knife and just put little divots
Hmm.
throughout it, or you can.
Yeah,
Um, now, if you do, now here's the thing: is if you use the pound cake mix, you don't put a bottom layer. What I do is I take oh, I forgot you add melted butter in it too. But what I
oh
do
yeah,
is I take a little bit of butter and kind of grease the bottom of it, and I
yeah,
put a little seasoning on the bottom, like some of your cinnamon and whatnot. And then you
yeah.
pour the mix in there, and you get it nice and flat. And then you take the pound cake mix, and then you apply like a nice little layer of pound cake mix over the top. Regular pound cake mix, plain
That
pound.
is so weird. Okay,
Yeah, like Betty Crocker. I always use Betty Crocker.
but does it get like nice and brown and crispy, crunchy like?
And so here's a secret: is then you melt a half a stick of butter, and then you do like little lines. Like I do little lines on the top of it,
You need to
and
make a video.
yeah, and then it makes this golden brown, nice crust, and it's really
Mm.
good. It's very good.
Video, please.
You know what I might do
You know what?
is,
People would
I made it
go crazy.
I made it maybe a week ago. You know what? I might just do another one. Why not? Maybe I'll do it
I would
tomorrow.
love it.
I'll do it either tonight or tomorrow. So
Kente, it would go viral.
okay,
It would definitely go viral.
I'll do it. I think I have some canned peaches still. So I believe I got some canned peaches. So
That
uh,
would be so
or you know
fun.
what
Oh,
I'll do is my girlfriend's out of town and she's coming back tomorrow. She's the
hmm.
one that's going to be in Chicago,
Oh,
and
cool.
I mean for a layover. That she, I'm
Hmm.
hoping she'll, you
Bring
know,
back some Garrett's.
right. What I'll make do is make her be my assistant. So she did it one
Okay.
time. We made one together, and
Hmm.
she's really good at like cutting up stuff, and we work very well together in the kitchen. So
Cool. There's this guy I like to watch. I forget which country he's from, but he's Asian and he makes a lot of delicious meals. And he always calls his wife over to test, to be the taste tester. And I'm like, what a wonderful job,
yeah.
because she starts out in English, but then as it gets good to her, she reverts back to, I think they're Korean, and she just reverts back to her language. And I'm like, so they need the subtitles because it gets good to her.
You want to hear something funny? So years ago, I wanted to learn how to 3D model, make 3D
Hmm.
models, and there's this guy I met. who's French Canadian, right? He lives in Canada and
Mm.
Montreal, I believe, or somewhere near it. And I met him on the internet, and he would teach me through Skype how to do 3D modeling. He did it for free. Nice guy.
Nice.
And his wife is like a 5-star dessert chef.
Ooh.
So she would be making in the background, she would be making these pastries
Mm.
and like, some double fudge something or rather, just whatever. It just
Mm.
sounds amazing. And the funny thing was, so she would have to, she would be testing out stuff and so he'd be helping me, and you would hear her because they spoke in French, a lot to
Mm.
each. And then she would be like, "Honey, taste this chocolate, whatever." And he's like, "Oh,
Mm.
hold on." He's like, "Hold on a second." And he's like, "Oh my God, it's so good." You'd be like,
Sacre bleu.
right. I'd be like, "Oh man, can I forget this 3D modeling? Can I get some of whatever she's making?" It
For
sounds,
real.
yeah, they're so sweet too. They're sweet. He's a wonderful guy too. He's helps me to this day. And that was over a decade ago when he first started it,
Wow.
and we're still friends to this day. His name is Mike. So
Mm. Awesome.
yeah, so I might get him on this podcast I'm producing. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Oh, so we're an hour in. So if you don't mind, when we shut the show down, could you put your information about your podcast? Because usually, I mean, I know we talked about your podcast the last time you were on the show, but people watching the show today might not realize who you are. So, so
okay.
yeah.
I'm Kente Ferguson. I have a website called theindyradio.com. It used to be indyradio.org, but it's now the indy
Oh,
radio.com. And we have a lot of different podcasts that we do. The one that I think right now a lot of people know me from is when Men and Women Talk, the Mars Venus show, where we talk about
mm,
relationship issues, but we're on hiatus for a while right now. Currently, we do a show called Horror Flicks and Chill, where we review horror flicks, new and old. Um,
nice.
and we recently did Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, which was a lot of fun. We reviewed that film. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be doing Jaws week or Jaws month coming up, where we're going to do each week. We're going to do a Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws 4. Uh,
Okay.
the first one is great. The second one is good. The third one is bad, and the last one is terrible. So that's going to be fun.
Wow. We should have stopped while they were ahead, I guess.
Right, right. It gets progressively worse. So, uh, and then also we do Cinema de Fromage, where we review cheesy movies as well.
My favorites.
Yeah, so we do a lot of really good. So we got to get you on when we do something that you might.
Yeah, especially for the cheesy, because I have a soft spot for bad music and bad films.
Yeah, we got
So I would
some
enjoy that.
pretty good cheesy ones that we're supposed to be doing at some point. So, uh, they want to do Blackula. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that one.
Oh man, you know what? We had William Marshall over to the house one. I think was it Christmas. I think it was some years ago. His mom ran an orphanage in Gary, Indiana, my dad's hometown. So my
Hmm.
grandmother knew his mom. So he came to our house. It was in the '90s or whatever, before I moved here. Oops, that's
Uh-oh.
my sister calling. Ah, okay, wait, let me.
Cookie, right?
Yeah, hey, Cook.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. I'm doing my show, so everybody got to hear you wish me happy birthday.
Hi, Cookie.
Woo.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll
Kent,
have to call you back when I get home.
okay, Kente says hello.
Who does?
My friend Kente, he's on my show right now. He is Chicago. He has
Oh,
Chicago
okay.
ties.
All right. Hey.
Okay,
Okay, let me go.
okay,
Love you.
okay. Love you too. Okay, bye bye.
Love you too,
Bye.
Cookie. Is she your older sister or younger sister?
Oh yeah, she still considers herself the boss.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I have to defer to her. What can I
Ah,
say?
wow, that's sweet.
What can I say? But yeah, I would love to attend one of your cheesy movie shows because I love bad movies. Now, the one you were talking about um, was Blackula, and I was saying that William Marshall was over the house
Hmm.
one Christmas or Thanksgiving, I forget. And Cookie, I'm so glad she called because I'm mentioning her name. So Cookie asked him. Now he was a Shakespearean actor, and
Great.
he was on all these different things. He did Star Trek, and you know. So she asked him what his favorite role was, and Blackula was pretty corny. He said Blackula. And we said, Blackula, why? He said he was allowed to have fun. He says it was fun to make. It
Right.
was corny, and I guess like me, he has a soft spot for bad things. And he said he just had so much fun making it. He could be, he didn't have to be serious, and he didn't have to be a good actor. Because even Shakespearean actors, they're corny. Because come on, Shakespeare in a certain way is kind of corny,
It is.
you know. And when he was on Star Trek, that was delightful because William Shatner was a Shakespearean actor too, and they were both two cornballs, just going at it. And that was so fun to watch because
Oh,
when you're acting, to me, now my sister was an actor. I was never an actor, but I have to say, I enjoy watching actors who are enjoying themselves.
right.
You know, just like with music, I watched. I went to a George Benson concert
Love
in
George.
Chicago.
I love George Benson.
He he had so much fun. I mean, he's a fantastic musician, but what I enjoyed watching was not the fact that he's a great guitar player, but the fact that he was just joyful. He was having a good time. He made all of us feel like we're just out here just having fun.
Hmm.
And that's so when people ask me who my favorite actors are, I can never tell them because there are some great actors out there, but sometimes you just want to enjoy the movie and watch someone who's hamming it up, you know?
Well, your favorite actor is Kente.
Oh, you do have I saw you had a movie. It was, what was it called? I saw one of your movies on YouTube. It was like
Heart.
an animated.
Oh, animated movie.
Was it
Which
animated? Is that the
it
right
could have
word?
been animated. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on a series right now, an animated series. So
Ooh, what's it called?
it's called Blood War, and
Okay.
it's a I did something like years ago that was really cornball, and it was never meant for no one to see it. It was just for me to learn how to use the software, and
Okay.
it got on. Well, I put it on YouTube, thinking no one would care, and it got like really popular back in like.
I think it's what I saw.
So I'm redoing it, but like doing it for real, like seriously. And
Hmm.
so it's a sci-fi fantasy. It's going to be 13 episodes, uh,
Ooh.
and it revolves around an alien invasion, and
Okay.
but it's although it's sci-fi fantasy, it's grounded in reality. So it's like a love
Okay.
triangle. It like I've had a lot of people who've seen what I've done so far say that what, I don't normally like the sci-fi stuff, but you know
Oops.
this is a you know they'll say that um, they can
Happy
follow.
birthday!
I accidentally called. I wanted to see who called me. I accidentally called Jahan. That hey, oh my God,
Happy
Ethan and Leah, thank
birthday!
you. I'm doing my show so people can hear you. Wish me happy birthday.
I could barely hear you. Hold on. Hey Google, turn down to 4.
She's so modern. She's so modern. Ethan and Liam, hi. What they doing? I won't show them because I don't have your permission. But I'm doing my show. So
Oh, okay. Sorry.
they're cute though. They're really cute people. Oh
Um,
hi. So expect
Happy birthday.
So Jahan, expect a present that I'm sending to your house
Oh
for
wow, on your birthday.
for Christmas. Yeah. I wish I could show you all, but you know,
No.
it's a privacy thing.
No, no, yeah, no, no. It's
They're so adorable. But Jahan, let me call you back, okay?
Okay, happy
Thank
birthday.
you. I'll call you right back.
no.
Okay. Bye.
That is so sweet.
This is so cute. Oh my god. So anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, you were saying you're. So how long is it going to take you to do 13 episodes? Are you going to make one episode and show it, and then make the next one, or do you
No,
get to finish all 13?
no. I'm doing the whole season. I'm on episode 10.
Ooh, ooh,
So,
get.
uh, yeah. I mean, when I say I'm on episode 10, I've done the animations and stuff, and
Mm,
I have placeholder voices. I'm still waiting for the voice actors to send me their stuff. So no episode is truly finished right now, but
okay.
the
If you
episode
ever
is.
need a like a radio announcer,
Oh
you
no,
know.
no, I'm going. I guarantee you, I have so many voices I need. You're gonna get hit up for it. So,
Actually, my sister, she knows this lady named Wanda Christine. She lived in LA for decades. She did a lot of voiceover work,
oh okay, all right.
like cartoons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Okay,
what kind of voices though, but she did. Her practically her whole career was voiceover work.
okay, all right.
Mhm.
I got so many voices I need, like, and then I have to replace some people because they're not sending in their lines, and so,
My sister's a voiceover actor. She's done voiceover too. Just saying.
oh, Cookie.
Hmm.
All right, okay. So, I feel like I'm part of the family.
You are. You totally are.
All right, I love it.
Now, in this modern era of internet and Roku and all this independent stuff, it's not going to be hard for you. Well, I shouldn't put it that way, but it'll be easier for you to get attention with your show, right?
I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm once I have the episodes, ready for release,
Hmm.
I will definitely do everything I can to make sure that a lot of eyes get on it. So, because I'm
You
pretty
can have
proud.
you
I'm
can
pretty.
have your own Roku channel.
Yeah, a friend of mine just started one, and um, that's interesting. I got to
You can make
ask.
some money because you put commercials in there, just like with YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You need
Yeah,
to do it, Kente.
yeah. He wants me to do some stuff for him. Actually, I need to talk to him because he just had his anniversary.
Yeah. Well, what's his channel so I can look for it?
It's called Rise Above It All. So it's like Raya, RAIA. I'm a terrible friend. Wait, hold on a second. I'll wait. I will say exactly. It's
Or you can put it. You can put it in the comments
uh
also.
oh wait, hold on a second. Hey, type R. Oh man, hitting the wrong button. Uh, RI.
Because it sounds like rise above it all, but it's like positivity and
It's RAIA.
okay.
So I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
His um yeah, and I gotta talk to him about because I know he wanted me to do some content for him,
Hmm.
and here we go because that was his
Well,
podcast network.
here's the thing though. If you have your own channel, then you can have a show with the cooking. Then you
Mm-hmm.
can have a show with the blood wars,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have different channels. I mean, not different channels, different shows that you can showcase.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
would be fun.
yeah. I'm gonna definitely see if it's through him see what 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 I should do with that. But yeah, I didn't even think
Oh
about doing a
yeah.
channel.
And of course, your podcast. Now, you might not be able to show the movies on your channel. I don't know, unless they're public domain. But you can do your podcast also. You can broadcast that over to your Roku channel as well. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Because your shows are fun. You have people dropping by with all kinds of different levels of mirth and adult sensitivities, and it's really fun.
I do a show every once in a while called Shooting the SHIT, where we're
Mm,
just, people, we're just randomly talking about different stuff. So, uh,
yeah.
like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'll do these, what would you rather? And one thing I did was, would you rather have $50,000 cash, or would you rather
Yes.
have $80,000 in loose pennies?
Well, there is a penny shortage, so they'd probably really appreciate that at the bank. I'd have to think about that. But then
Yeah.
it's only money, so
It's
maybe I
funny.
might.
A lot of people say, "No, I just want the cash. I don't want to." I'm like, $30,000 is a lot to.
It's a whole lot.
I mean, you could
Um,
pay somebody to wrap the pennies, right?
oh yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I'd probably go for the pennies though, because the extra money
Hmm.
I could start a fund for my great nephew's college tuition or something
Right,
or something. I don't know.
right.
Actually, most of it can go.
But most people say,
What I need money for?
right, yeah. Who needs money? Money, money. Right,
It's just a resource. Nothing to it.
right. It's funny though. I knew it was your birthday today, and I saw you were on, and I'm almost never here. Like usually, I'm in my car or whatever,
Mhm.
and so I decided to take the day off, and I knew it was your birthday, and I said, I'm gonna hop on here and wish you a happy birthday.
I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, I'm glad that it worked out where I was able to do that. I think the
Well,
world.
thank you.
So
You made
you,
it fun because I was just gonna end the show and have a bowl of cereal or whatever. I don't know.
well,
So
I think the world of you, and I'm your biggest fan. I know it for
I'm
sure.
your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I
Mhm.
want to keep up better with your progress because your shows are fun. I want to, if you need any promotion, I'd like to at least in
Thank
my
you.
little way. Yeah.
Always need that.
And I definitely want you to have your own Roku channel because I think there's money to be made. And I think there's fun to be had more so than the money.
Hmm.
Because
Maybe,
as you
maybe we'll do one together. It'll be the Pat Murray, Kente Ferguson channel. You know.
actually it can be, well, caca is a bad word, but CA for California, CA for Carolina, you know what I mean?
I like that caca. I love it.
CA with the squared.
Right. CA squared. I love. I can do that. I can
So
do that.
yeah, Carolina, California, whatever. But I have actually considered doing having a Roku channel. It's just that I really got stopped dead in my tracks by COVID. My idea as of last year, 2 years ago, was to make the Durham Skywriter half articles, half videos. And that really stopped me in my tracks. I was telling my friend Blanche, who called me earlier today to wish me happy birthday. But anyway, um, I told her that I've gotten so used to staying inside that it's now hard for me to leave the house. I've gotten to the point where I don't even consider going to all the events that I promote in the Durham Skywriter. And I'm like, I need to, now that I realize how hard it is for me to leave the house, I now have to realize that I need to get out there with my camera and make my dream come true of doing all these little videos that I thought I was going to be doing.
Hmm.
And once I get back into the groove, um, I might I might have a Roku channel because I do lots of interviews,
Hmm.
um, and it would be fun to have little micro documentaries like my little promotional videos. It might be fun to do that on a Roku channel of my own. You
Yeah, why
know,
not? You know.
I mean, right now everything's on my YouTube channel. So, but yeah, but let's talk because I really think that you should have a Roku channel, and even if I don't do anything on your channel, I still want to promote it,
Oh yeah,
especially when you're done with your series.
I love it. Yeah, yeah, man.
Because
Let's
your
do it.
series is going to be, I know it's going to be really good.
You know what? I'm excited and I'm looking forward to when it comes out. I'm oh boy, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Rent out a local theater and then make peach cobbler for everybody.
Great idea. I might have to just do that.
Of course, I had to pay for it. See what they do here, like they'll have a special event at the Durham Arts Council, and so it'll cost a certain price just for admission. But if you want VIP, which includes the cash bar and the dessert table, then that's like an extra $30 or whatever. And people pay because they like to get treated.
Hmm.
So you can do that, you know. And then, of course, if they can't afford to pay, then maybe they could still donate something for food bank,
Okay. All right.
you know.
All right.
And don't let them bring cans of gravy. I hate when people do that to save money. Are they giving, you know, a friend of mine, not going to mention who, we went to the state fair, and on this certain day, it's free admission with donations to the food bank. And she brought a couple of cans of gravy. And I was like, now you know poor people don't have nothing to put that gravy on. Come on now. That was just mean.
Oh wow.
So anyway. But yeah, yeah, do that. I think that would be awesome. And then of course you're gonna live stream it,
Hmm.
you know, and have all the different people that you know with shows to converge. See what I'm saying with the grand opening
Hmm.
and simulcast as much of the show as we can without showing the actual show. Of course, you want that to be exclusive.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk. Let's
All right.
talk.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I have to run, but happy birthday once again, and you have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you, Kenten. Thanks for dropping by. You made my day for sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Take care. That was so fun. And it's my birthday, so it's okay for me to, what is this? It's 1:43. Usually my show is just a few minutes, but this is the birthday edition. So share this out so that more people could know what's happening in Durham, so they could see what fun ensued today during my birthday show. So again, have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.